Okay guys, hello. So a couple of things. Number one, I have a 7-week-old in the other room, so there's a chance I might have to stop this video, but I wanted to make sure that I shared all the amazing tips and things that I've learned about Beachbody's newest program, 2B Mindset, over the last, it's been almost 4 weeks now. So again, I might have to run and split this video into a few different clips, but that's okay. And I'm probably not even sitting at the most flattering angle, but a mom's gotta do what a mom's gotta do. So I have some tips here and things that I've learned about this program that I wanna make sure I share with you. So I had my first son, my first child, on January 9th of 2018. And I got an email from Beachbody very shortly after inviting me to this test group. And in my head, I was thinking, how on earth am I ever going to do a new program? I'm a new mom. This is absolutely insane. I'm not going to have the time for this. But then if you guys personally know me, I was up for the challenge. So I read kind of what the program was about. I had an idea, but little did I know how amazing it was going to be. So I've been with Beachbody for 4.5 years. I have been around for many workout programs that have come out. And so this is the first time that we've done only nutrition focused. And it's kind of hard to explain this program in just a few short phrases, but here's what it means to me, because I'm not someone who necessarily struggles with food, but I am someone who eats a lot of food. I eat probably about 2,500 calories a day. You probably wouldn't know that. Before pregnancy, I was 131. And right when I had my son, I was 162. I'm back down to 135 right now. I haven't even worked out. My son's 7 weeks old. So to have a nutrition-only focused program for Beachbody is going to be life-changing, business-changing. It's going to really revolutionize, sorry if I'm starting over my words, mom brain, weight loss. And again, weight loss wasn't even my focus. Weight loss wasn't even something that I really needed to focus on. But I know that in today's world, health and eating and emotions and time and habits is a serious struggle for people. So I decided to enter this test group to, number one, lose the baby weight. Number two, learn what this program was all about so that I could help people like you. And I wanted to be able to help my team rock this. And I really wanted to see what Beachbody had up their sleeve. So Alana is the creator of this program, and she is brilliant. And anytime we get a new trainer, we're always kind of reluctant to let them into our nest. And she's not a workout trainer. She doesn't even talk about physical fitness at all. This is not a workout. This is teaching you how to eat and make healthy living a lifestyle. And you'll learn what the 2B mindset is all about. But I just want to kind of share my takeaways and my the things that I learned in these short 4 weeks. So I'm recording this before I can actually talk about it. So in my head, I keep forgetting that I can actually talk about it in this video because I'll be releasing it later. So if you see me stumbling over my words, that's why. So I wrote down my tips for 2B mindset, and then I wrote in quotations, even with a newborn. And my favorite thing about this program is that I can eat a lot of food. And if you've been with Beachbody or done other fads or other lifestyle diets or other things, this is going to contradict a lot of things that you have learned or practiced or been told or heard along the way, okay? So you have to come into this with an open mind. I did too. I've been trained to portion control and measure. I think for some people, if they want to be a little bit more extreme and they have a little bit of a foundation of fitness and clean eating, the timed nutrition, the 80-day obsession, the container system, like the color-coded container system revolutionized Beachbody and my business and how I was able to help my clients. But now as our world evolves, we have to evolve too. So just be really open-minded. And guess what? We talk about the scale. And most people are going to freak out. There's even going to be Beachbody coaches who are like, F that, no way. This is about you coming in here with an open mind and trusting the process, just like everything else that we do. And remembering that professionals have put this together and there's something for everyone. So what I did when I first started this program was I designated a notebook, okay? And they did give us these really awesome trackers that you will learn about and get with your program. We're actually about to have a call this week on how they're gonna price it and all that, so I don't know any of that yet, but I was tracking my food. And with a newborn, this actually was very helpful for me. There's a grocery list for me on all the different food categories. And so designate a notebook, a folder. I actually had a planning area. So every day that I would sit down, or during the week when I would sit down in the same area because I knew that my papers were there, my notebook was there. And once you learn it, and there's actually videos, they're amazing. Once you go through all the videos, everything's gonna be, second nature to you. You're gonna learn it. The next thing is know that food shopping is key. No program, no nutritional habit changes will happen unless you focus on your food shopping. So you can't say you don't have time. You really do have to make time, especially for food shopping. I want you to know that I didn't do any crazy extensive food prep. Basic meal prep. And so you'll see the food lists. I don't have them in front of me right now, but I fell in love with spaghetti squash. Zucchini is a big thing right now. And so you can just prep basic things like that. I think people get turned off by meal prep because they think that they have to do this whole huge meal prep for the week and have these perfect little containers and have all 7 days of meals, 3 days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not like that either. And sometimes I'm picky about what I want to pair together. So I love that this was flexible and I did really basic meal prep. So don't think that you have to go crazy with that. I was prepping 2 to 3 days at a time. And also, I want you to also think about leftovers. Leftovers were huge for me. I pretty much felt like an octopus holding my newborn, feeding myself, looking at my papers to see what I was eating. I felt like I had 10 hands, or I wish I had 10 hands. So I was always thinking about, okay, tomorrow, this will be really easy leftovers. And so I'd throw it together in another container. Have your scale in sight. So again, I'm not even really going over the program with you guys. I am sharing with you guys my tips because you're gonna go ahead and learn about the program yourself, or if you purchase it or if you get it from me, you're gonna learn it. And so this is gonna help you crush the program. So I have been taught to ditch the scale. We have said that for so long, and it's because people have a bad relationship with it. The scale can be your friend if you decide to make it your friend. So I was like, I don't even care about how much I weigh. I just had a freaking baby. I haven't owned a scale. I fluctuate normally, if I'm not pregnant, about 5 to 10 pounds, but it shows on my body. So for me to have to retrain my mind to go out and buy a scale and use the scale every single morning, I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. But I had to be open-minded. So I'm going to ask you to be open-minded as well. Have your scale in sight. So I had to build up this habit of every morning, and if you guys have ever had a baby before, like I didn't even know when morning was. My nights were crazy. I was barely getting any sleep, still barely am. You can probably tell. But I had to put my scale in my bathroom so that when I went in there, I would see it first thing in the morning. So have your scale in sight. Buy packaged veggies if you need to. So I am kind of a holistic snob, I'm not gonna lie, organic this and that, but I know in this program, one of the really awesome things that you'll see in the videos is that you can buy the Steam Fresh pre-packaged veggies, it's still veggies. So if meal prep and eating veggies and having fresh produce overwhelms you, guess what? You can buy pre-packaged. Trader Joe's actually has an awesome selection. My supermarket has an awesome collection. You can buy frozen, especially for someone who is embarking on a health journey that has never been able to commit. You need to make this as easy as possible for yourself. So don't let that stop you. Don't think that you can't buy frozen. Costco has awesome stuff. Next I wrote, eat random shit together, just make it work. So I was eating the most random stuff. Sometimes, like I love crushed tomatoes. I just love tomatoes with some salt and pepper on it. And that's another awesome thing about this program, side note, is that we have this category called accessories. And accessories are the seasonings and the flavors and the sauces and things. There's so much more flexibility. So like, let's say you absolutely hate every single veggie in the world. Maybe if you just put a little bit of butter on it, or maybe if you just put a little bit of marinade or a little bit of ranch if you have to get you to eat the veggies, you're gonna eat more veggies, and the little bit of ranch or the little bit of butter is not gonna kill you. The little bit of salt is not gonna kill you. That's why I love this program so much, because we can enjoy so much more, and it's not as rigid and intense for someone that really struggles to stick to it. So I was eating spaghetti squash with crushed tomatoes and ground turkey. I know that probably isn't, that's like a terrible example because it's not that random, but I just had a bunch of stuff in my fridge and I was throwing it in a bowl and eating it because I was starving. I'm nursing. Again, I have a baby, so I didn't care if it was cold. I was just going for it. But the prep and the small little things that you do the day before make all the difference. Oh, I wish I had this with me. It's actually, I just got a notification on my phone that Amazon delivered it on my front step. There's this awesome water enhancer called Stir, S-T-U-R. They have all different flavors, and it doesn't taste artificial. It's not filled with crap. I love it. My husband and I fell in love with it. Totally will admit, during my pregnancy, we got hooked on lemonade, which is like so much sugar and crap. And so we had to wean ourselves off of that. And so this was perfect timing for me to get myself to drink more water, because as you know, everything is water first in this program. So Stir is an awesome water enhancer. I fell in love with the fruit punch one, so I just ordered 5 more. They're little bottles and you just squirt it in. So I had a designated water bottle. I actually used a shaker cup, one of my really fun purple ones. I don't know, colors motivate me. And I would stack it with ice, fill it with water, and do a squirt of that Stir in there, and I was drinking over 100 ounces of water a day. Awesome. My other suggestion for hydration is to buy yourself a hydro flask. So I mean, any water bottle does fine, but I just love my hydro flask. I wish I had it all here with me, but it actually kept me hydrated in my pregnancy too. I was listening to see if my son was crying. I think we're in the clear. I absolutely love ice, and I use an aluminum straw. I know it's like the weirdest, stupidest little details, but I'm not even kidding. That's how I stay hydrated, and that's what helped me. So I got some aluminum straws on Amazon. I was crushing the water game. My other tip for you is to get glass Tupperware. I absolutely got super freaked out by my plastic Tupperware all of a sudden. So I was food prepping a ton. I went to TJ Maxx, got some glass Tupperware. I don't know if you're like me, but when I go shopping and buy new things, I'm motivated. So since I'm not buying workout clothes, I bought myself some new Tupperware, and it was, I don't know, motivating for me to fill them up into food prep. So plan a few weeks for practice on the weekly guide. In your program, you're gonna get a weekly guide. And so there's actually like a Monday breakfast, lunch, snacktional, you'll learn that, dinner, and you'll be able to fill this out for your week. I had so much fun looking at the categories list. So there's the veggies, there's the accessories, there's your fiber fueled carbs. It's always hard for me to say, FFCs. Why am I forgetting the other one? And protein, and veggies. So I would look at those categories and I'd say, what do I want to pair together? So it gave me some time to create meals and think of things ahead of time. Does that mean I have to get that? No, but it did help me with food shopping. I'm trying to go really fast here so this video isn't super long. Oh yeah, I think I already said this, but I put the food list and the picture of the portions. Let me see if I can pull this out here. There's pictures of the portions right here, and I put those on my fridge because it took me a while to kind of remember them and learn them. Use the Beachbody on-demand blog and the Fixate cooking show for recipes and modify. So I was like, okay, so I want to have ground turkey, and I want to have, I keep using the same example, but broccoli, and I want to have some beans or whatever you're going to have. And then I was like, okay, I don't know what to do with this. So to get some ideas and to try some new things, I actually was using the Beachbody on-demand blog and the Fixate cooking show, and I made some awesome stuff. And I love that I can be flexible with the accessories and the sauces and things like that. Okay, and then the last thing, my tip for you is to track your food after every single meal. This was a habit I had to get into. I typically am not someone who wants to measure and track and weigh it myself and do all this stuff, but I came in with a completely open mind. I couldn't believe that I was losing weight by drinking water, eating tons of veggies, still having peanut butter, still having cheese, still having all the things that I love, and eating almost as much as I want. Guys, I'm a volume eater, as Alana calls it. I eat so much food and people don't believe me when I tell them, but if you're eating the right food and you have the right mindset with this, you're gonna crush it. So those are my top tips for you. I'm really excited. If you have any questions, please let me know. Being in the test group was really insightful for me, and I hope to hear from you if you need any help with your weight loss. I'll see you later.